With me on the line right now is Nat Bannister, a 10-year-old who last year in Pedaling for Parkinson's rode 300 kilometers over the 3 days. Nat, thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
So let me ask you, Nat, what made you decide to ride in Pedaling for Parkinson's?
My grandfather has Parkinson's and I've always wanted to find a way to cure it. I really didn't know last year. So my dad told me that there's a ride for Parkinson's because he's always searching for Parkinson's rides in the area, and he could only find cancer, not Parkinson's.
Oh, okay.
On this one, he was happy.
Well, there you go. And you did an unbelievable feat. You rode 300 kilometers in 3 days. So 100 kilometers in a day. How'd you train for that?
Usually I just go out to... I live in Nobleston, and my dad and I like Subway. So there's a Subway in King City, and we always biked up there and got a sandwich and came back, which is totally 50 kilometers. And we went every Saturday.
Oh, that's a great way to train. Perfect. And you get a little reward at the end of the trip, right?
Yep.
That's a good way to do it. Now, you raised a ton of money last year. Why don't you tell our listeners how much you were able to raise?
I raised, I think, $14,000.
Wow.
$13,000 or $14,000. I got it mostly from friends from school, family friends, people from doing the ride, baseball parents. I had a lot of, and my grandparents also sponsored me, and my cousin, because he was doing the ride as well.
Oh, great. So you have a lot of support when it comes to riding.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. It's always good to have a nice family backbone when it comes to raising money for charity. And Nat, what's your goal for this year?
Same as I did last year.
Perfect. So 14,000, and you're going to do the 300 again?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. All right. Well, Nat, I'm doing my very first ride, and I just learned how to ride a bike about 3 weeks ago, but I've been going out just about every day riding. I need to ask you, man, is there any kind of tips you have for a first-time rider who's going to try to do 100K?
Usually I start slow, take lots of breaks.
Okay.
Try not to stop too often. Like you said, when you do it every day, you'd want to spend some time doing the ride.
Okay.
If you can, ride with others.
Okay.
And just keep practicing, and you can learn a lot with enough practice.
Beautiful. Well, that's some great advice, Nat. I'm going to take that to heart and try to do it. And I've got one more question for you. When it was all said and done last year, and you did the 300K, how did you feel, both physically and emotionally?
Physically, I felt, at the beginning of the race, I felt ready and pumped. But at the end of every day, I felt like I couldn't walk.
Oh, boy.
Because I was used to pedaling for about 8.5 hours. So it took a while for me to get my legs stretched out and back into the walking form. And when my cousin was riding, which was on the second and third day, he wasn't too sure about doing it. But I was always encouraging and saying, "Come on." His name's Andy, and I was saying, "Come on, Andy, you can do it just a little further." And that really helped him, and he always got to the finish.
Fantastic. That's what the support's all about. Well, Nat, you're an inspiration, man. And I'm going to be, hopefully I'll get to meet you during the ride this year. And I'm going to be thinking what you thought. You know what I mean? Just a little further, get that encouragement as I do it this year. The Pedaling for Parkinson's goes from July 11th to the 13th this year. Make sure you sign up. Nat, thanks again.
Welcome.